Australia, a land of great beauty, from beaches to skyscrapers. Sydney's beautiful golden beaches. Millions of tourists from around the world come here to enjoy its sunny days. It also attracts millions of students from around the world for its highly ranked universities. Latest reports state that the education sector ranks as the third largest export category earner behind coal and iron ore.
Radio for emergency updates. Do not reply to this message. That organisation, funded organisation, aims to improve the lives of those.
But as this special investigation reveals, some students who come here to study are paying others to do their homework. We have uncovered a whole network out there where you can buy your assignments. It's a big business corrupting the tertiary sector. This is Mazen. It's not his real name and asked not to be shown because he is not proud of what he does. He is a Middle Eastern student doing his master's degree at Macquarie University in Sydney. Mazen, like any other international student, faces a lot of pressure from university and his personal life. These pressures lead a lot of students to seek alternative ways to get their degrees without hard work. So why do you do this?
Well, firstly, I got to see it's the time constraint, time limit. I don't have too much time to do a lot of simultaneous tasks in a very short period. I got to read 10 journals in one topic, then move to another 10 journals, read about another topic and prepare for a presentation, and then go write 3,000 words. This makes me under a lot of pressure. Moreover, I got to do a lot of tasks in my apartment. I am staying with a shared house with 5 students from my country, and got to cook every day. This makes you under some pressure, and it's the only chance that you have to get some help, some assistance from experts.
Many universities provide special services for their international student support, like the Help Service here at the University of Technology, Sydney.
The main role of HELPS is to function as a place where students can feel that they can drop in and come for any sort of English language or academic support in relation to their assignments. We assist and support people with their assignments, however we will not write it for them. We will not write them for them. We work with the student mainly on their language, and their language issues or weaknesses can range from basic grammar, structure, or not knowing the type of format or approach for different discipline-specific assignments.
Does that mean the education system in your country is different?
Precisely, I haven't been under such a system. You got to read 50 papers in one journal. That's a whole semester. I haven't read such a thing in any course previously. There you go, read some slides of your course and prepare for, memorize them for the exam, and then go do the exam. That's how it works there.
I think there's probably numerous factors for this. It might be that they find a lot of pressure, or they just find it very difficult, and there's a lot of pressure from them and maybe their family and their home country to succeed, if it is with international students. Or it may be that they're lazy.
Ghostwriters are not always on the internet. Meet Daniel, a 2-year assignment expert who got very famous only by the word of mouth, and he's the person who Mazen deals with. So how did you get to this line of work and when?
It kind of just happened, you know, like I was doing my own assignment work and another student came up and saw that I was getting really good grades and sort of asked me could I help him out with an assignment, and I told him I was too busy with my own work, and then they offered me money to do it, and I needed the money, so I thought, why not?
Okay, how many universities we are talking about? Like, is it in Australia only, or is it like the worldwide, or only Sydney?
Well, I don't know. For myself, it's only local. I meet the people face to face, so I know who I'm doing it for. I get paid face to face. There's no electronic transfer of money or anything.
Daniel says that the pressure of assignment writing increases at the end of the semester. And when he was asked if there is a network of ghostwriters, he said,
There's 1 or 2 friends who help me out occasionally, but I wouldn't really call it a network.
While Mazen and Daniel are the only ones who agreed to speak to us during our investigation, we found many other students in several universities who buy and write assignments. It's a widespread practice among international students.
Police and the New Zealand Qualifications Authority are investigating allegations of international students buying university assignments. The issue's been raised by a man who says he was paid to write essays.
The prices change, or depends how quickly they need it, how many words they need. It's always different. The longer you need it, the cheaper it would be if it's a longer deadline. Yeah, well, for something like that, you're probably looking at about 200, I would say. Yeah, it's a tight deadline, so I can't do it any cheaper.
Our investigation discovered that Mazen is one of Daniel's word-of-mouth clients. He's been dealing with Daniel for over a semester now.
Mazen contacted me through someone he's met. He called me one day at home and asked me if I could do some assignments for him, basically.
It turns out that the prices are negotiable. So how much do students actually spend on assignments?
Approximately about $1,200 right now.
1,200 Australian dollars. That can cover the cost of a private tutor for a month or more. Turnitin is an internationally used software that detects plagiarism. Academics submit their students' work and it scours the internet, books, articles, and detects plagiarism.
It's kind of, firstly, it's a guaranteed work. Otherwise, you don't put yourself under your academic life under risk. You know, firstly, I prepare the resources for the expert, and then I give it to the expert. He prepare the content and then give it to me, and I give him a feedback. Then refine what is. I got to understand everything he writes.
I'm not sure how clever these writers are insofar as whether they are just regurgitating past assignments or changing some so it may get bypass the software.
Clever ghostwriters such as Daniel know that universities use software like Turnitin. That's why they always write new assignments and put new references so that they are undetectable.
I don't plagiarise the assignments. I'll research the assignments. I've done enough to be able to know certain subjects pretty well, and in terms of going through any plagiarism filters that any lecturer might put the work through, there wouldn't be a problem. The risk is more for the students than for me. For me, it's I'm just writing a paper, but for the students, it's their academic future.
So why do these students do it? Despite all the risk that these students take, they still do it for a more personal reason.
But I got to say that the shame of not getting a good marks here is much more than the shame of being caught. Like if you go back to your family with low marks or fail, then it will be very, very shameful. So you just avoid a shame from another big shame.
Are you proud of what you are doing?
No, I'm not proud, seriously. I'm not proud, but I'm not bragging about it. I mean, if I get good results, I'm not telling everyone that I got good results.
Mazen admits that he's not proud of what he does. But does Daniel say the same?
No, I don't call it proud. It's a business. It's a way to make a living. I don't think students should rely on these sort of services to produce their academic work all the time.
Even though Daniel makes money for a living, he personally doesn't encourage students to buy their assignments. Assignment writing has become more like a virus attacking the immune system of universities. So what will universities do to overcome this issue?
The university could make the students more aware that they know about it and they're onto it, so that those ones that may be tempted, and I think that and the students should know when they sign the code of conduct that it is part of the code of conduct and there will be consequences. So if you did get caught, if you wanted to take that risk, you could lose your place at university.
And when Helbs was asked what would they do if someone told them they plagiarized, Helbs' manager said, "I would probably refer them to counseling first."
I myself wouldn't drive over a bridge if the engineer that had designed that bridge had got his engineering or her engineering qualifications by paying money to someone else to complete the engineering degree. I'd get the person that did the work to build the bridge, not the person who's got the piece of paper.
It turns out to be very easy to get help with your assignments. Let's try. I'm a student and I'm calling you regarding to your ad on Gumtree. I was just wondering if you can help me with my assignment.
Do you have my email address? If you can just email me and then I'll let you know.
I have just received a text from Simon, who I just called, and hear what it says. As per telephonic discussion, please send your assignment detail at his email, mentioning due date and word limit to check and quote you in 30 minutes to 1 hour. A new report forecasts that the number of international students coming to Australia will rise 30% by 2020. The report estimates that the country will host about 520,000 students in the next 7 years, worth about $19.2 billion to the economy, with an estimated growth of 5% per year. What if ghostwriters still exist in 2020? How much money will they make?